Good morning, my dear students. Welcome for my first video of Standard 9th. Then the first topic, sources of history. My dear students, we have already learned about various periods of history: ancient period, medieval period, and modern period. This year, we are going to study about the history in the 9th standard, that is post-independent era. What happened after the independence? Students, we will see now in this lesson, we will witness the sources of history. Now there are various sources of history. There are written sources, there are oral sources, there are material sources. Now there is one more source, which is a modern source, which is now printed in the textbook, that is audio visual sources or audio visual medium. So these are the various sources which we are having it to know about our history. Now, my dear students, we have to take note of various sources at the regional, state, as well as the national and as well as the international level. Now, the first source which I am going to mention here is the written source. Now, under written source, my dear students, there are various newspapers, the old newspapers, through which we come to know or we get to know the informations. Now, Dhyanodaya, then we have got Deenbandhu, Darpan, Kesari, Maratha. These are the few newspapers which were published before. And through newspapers, we come to know about the informations which we are doing research. Then there are periodicals, there are diaries written by eminent people, there are reference books. Now we are learning history. When we go to library, we get reference books. There are correspondence, documents in archives, government gadgets, postage stamps, and encyclopedias. Now, my dear students, before I start with written sources, I would like you all to tell you what is archives. A place where historical documents are preserved is called archives. The main office of the National Archives of India is at New Delhi. It is the largest among the archives in Asia. Now, my dear students, we will now start with the written source. Under written source, we are all familiar with newspapers. Just as the newspapers are considered to be the fourth pillar of democracy in the modern period, they are also the major medium of information. If we consider the period 1961 to 2000, we see that in the beginning there was no alternative to the print media, especially newspapers. With liberalization and the widespread use of internet in India, an alternative for the print media became available. Yet, print media still continue to be powerful. Now, as we all know, that when we get up in the morning, our first thing that comes to two of the things come to our bed is one is the tea or a coffee. Along with tea or a coffee, we get newspapers. Now, let us go in detail about the newspapers. Through newspapers, we get information about national and international affairs, politics, art, sports, literature, social and cultural affairs. Newspaper contains matter related to human life. Most newspapers have started their regional editions, like Times of India, Indian Express. It is regional edition, that is Mumbai. They published supplements that gives information about various topics, newsletters of various movements, the dailies and the weeklies of the political parties, monthly and the annual magazines are important among the among the print media. Some newspapers produce special supplements towards the end of the year that takes an overview of important events of the year. Such supplements helps us to understand the important events of the year. The best example here, I find it in Kerala. There is Manorama. The whole year's event they print out and they make a book, and also the supplements they make it and they circulate it. The people who are studying for IAS examination and various different competitive examination, they refer to this book and the newspapers. And let me tell you, newspapers play an important role in our life. If you are not able to read the newspaper, we are incomplete. Now, my dear students, now as we have entered into a modern age where there is lack of time, we don't have time to read the newspaper. So what they have done, they have started online newspapers. Now one such is there, that is Press Trust of India, PTI. After 1953, the Press Trust of India has been important source of the primary details of all the important events and the articles of important subjects. Press Trust of India provides reports, photographs, articles on financial and scientific issues to the newspaper. PTI, that is Press Trust of India, have now started its online service. During 1990s, PTI started using satellite broadcast technology instead of teleprinters to send news all over the country. This material is very important for writing the history of modern India. Now, my dear students, now we will see the one more written source which is readily available, but we are having hardly any give any importance to this. That is your postage stamp. Now, my dear students, your postage stamp says lot about history. They say lot about the leaders. They say lot about our country. The only thing is we need to view it very silently and we have to read it. I am going to prove it by explaining you how postage stamp is a source of history. It says that the postage stamp don't reveal anything on their own, yet historians make them speak. There have been several changes in the postal stamp since India became independent. Postage stamp reveals a lot about changing time due to variety in sizes of stamp, novelty in the subjects, color schemes. Now, the postal department issues postage stamps on a wide variety of themes like political leaders. Now, if you see that, you have birthday of Mahatma Gandhi or Martyrs Day, they they publish postage stamp based on Gandhiji. Then also they are issuing stamps related to flowers, animals, birds, an event, or silver, golden, diamond jubilees, or centenary, bicentenary on different events. It is therefore a valuable repository of history. Now, my dear students, I would like to give you a piece of information related to the print media, that is, the written source. Among the print media, the information contained in the annual issues of the publications division of the Government of India is authentic and trustworthy. For example, the Information and the Broadcasting Department published India 2000, an annual reference book. This reference book is created under Research, Reference and Training Department. It contains useful information about the land, its people, national emblems, political system, defense, education, cultural events, and the account of the developments in the field of science and technology, environment, health, family welfare, social welfare, media of mass communication, along with basic data related to economic, finance, planning, agriculture, water conservation, rural development, food and civil supplies, energy, industry, trade and commerce, transport and communication, labor, housing laws and statutes, youths and sports department. It is possible for us to write history with the help of such information. The website, we get it when we browse to the internet, that is www.publicationsdivision.nic.in. Now, my dear students, this is all about the written sources. Now, my dear students, we will now see what are the material sources available. Now, when I speak about material sources, the material sources which are available to us is coins. Now, when I speak about coins, we get coins which are made by different kings, the material used by them. The authentic stamp which is there on the coin, which comes to know who has made this. For example, the coins made by Shivaji Maharaj in Maharashtra, or we say Rajya Mudra. Then place of worship. There are different places of worship. These are made by Pallava king, Kushana kings. So those places of worship which are made by different kings. Then things of daily use. The royal seal. When I say about royal seal example, the seals made by Ashoka, the seals made during the Harappan civilization. Then we have got clothing, then museum. Now when I speak of museum, I've got examples of Aga Khan Museum in Pune, which speaks a lot about Mahatma Gandhi. Then ornaments. Now when Sir John Marshall, as he was doing in this excavation, he found out Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. He found out a lot of ornaments which were used both by men as well as women. You see, these all come under material sources. Now, under material sources, we are going to first discuss about coins. Now, I have told you the ancient kings, they have made coins on various different occasions. I told you Rajmudra, which was made by Shivaji at the time of his coronation. Now, I'm not going to speak about the medieval period or an ancient period. I'm going to speak about the modern period. Coins, when we can all understand history with the help of coins and the changes in the printing of the currency notes. Now, who is having rights to print the notes or mint the coins? It is none other than Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India prints the notes and its headquarters are in Mumbai, and you should be proud it is in Mumbai. The coins from 1950 that have been used to the present metal used for making them, there are different shapes. The diversity of the subjects on them together helps to understand the important contemporary issues in India. Example, coins to convey message of population, coins to convey the message Chota Parivar, Sukhi Parivar, small family, a happy family, communicating the importance of agriculture and farmers. So these are the examples. There are several other things. On the birth centenary of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, they have made coins. The visit of Pope from Rome, when he visited India, on that same year, the coins were issued. So there are several occasions. The coin speaks of the occasion where on what circumstances what circumstances these coins were made. Now museums. Now when I speak of museums, my dear students, all states of India have museums. They depict characteristics and display the cultural and social heritage of the state. They enable us to understand history. Example, Prince of Wales Museum. Now it is called as Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum at Mumbai. Reserve Bank Museum in Pune city. Apart from government museums, there are private collectors also. They are based on distinctive subjects. Example like coins, notes, lamps, nutcrackers in different shapes, cricket equipments. So, my dear students, as I told you before, maybe in the 8th standard, or your teachers might have told you, that in the museums, you can have your private museums. If you get your old things, you can, start your own museums. So, this is all about the written sources and the material sources. I'll come out with the next video with the next source later on. Thank you.